listening?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I've been talking to several of my family members who told me they thought they knew the history. And actually, until I sit down and read it, and a lot of us think that we are originators of men with last name Williams. And that's the first truth, untrue. So you need to listen and find out. We are actually the Wyndham Giles Hill group as we know it today in this reunion is originated from 4 Giles women. And 2 of them happen to marry women. So just listen. Okay, in the beginning was one. In fact, 4 women, Giles sisters, that were the impetus and inspiration behind the Wyndham Giles Hill family reunion as we know it today. Isabella, Charity, Ellen, and Classy. 2 of these sisters found love with 2 very handsome Wyndham brothers. Isabella uniting with William Wyndham, and Charity uniting with Ben Wyndham. Sister Ellen, however, united with a Mr. Stewart. And the youngest sister, Classy, united with Reverend Luke. Okay. Isabella, the largest group of descendants, originated from the union of William and Isabella, who were itinerant farmers in the land of a white man, on the land of a white man in a small town in Pickens County, Alabama, called Memphis, or Old Memphis, some people. They had 12 children, 9 boys, named Levi, Cleveland, Oliver, Willis, William, Gus, Clay, Wallace, and Edward, along with 3 girls, Annie, Maribel, and Amanda. Multiplying fruitfully like his parents, the oldest son, Levi, and wife Millie, had several children as well. And some of those are actually, no, none of those are in here, I'm sorry, all those would be. And their names were Elijah, George, Robert, Willis, Cora, Francis, and Minnie Lee. Some of these descendants were here in the beginning of these reunions, but they have now passed on. Okay, so that was George, who was the son of. No, I'm sorry. George was the son of Levi, and then he had another son, Willis, who also had several children, and some of those are present here. Lula, no, we had that. I did that right. George, some of George's children are here. I am so sorry. If you're George's child and you're sitting in the room, direct descendant, raise your hand. All right. So Levi's son Willis also had several children. Their names were Lula Mae, Carrie, Annie Lee, Minnie, Willis Jr., Johnny Earl Sr., Henry Lee, and Curtis. I'm not going to tell them to raise your hand because some of this is going to be part of the test. Isabella and William's son Oliver united with Daisy, and they produced 6 children. Adela, Ovesta, Leonard, Juella, Otis, and Mary. 2 which are surviving today. Juella, Borders, and Mary Johnson. Okay, that's all under Isabella. The next sister, Charity, and her husband, Ben Wyndham's union, produced 4 children. Hugh, Sue, Charlie, and Sylvia. Hugh's only daughter was descendant Iona Wyndham Sneed, who was at several of our original reunions. And she also had only one daughter, Katie, who married Elijah Hickman Sr. and had 4 children, Donnie, Elijah Jr., I'm sorry, he had 3 children, that's a mistake. Donnie, Elijah Jr., and Morris Hickman, and some of you from Ellisville may know them. The next sister, Ellen, her union with Mr. Stewart bore 4 children. Emma, there were twins, Henry and Harry, and another sister that I was not given the name. Daughter Emma's union with Mr. Smith produced 16 children, 2 of which are surviving today, John and Willie Smith. The last sister, Clancy, who was the youngest sister, her union to Reverend Luke produced 4 children, Aretha, Annie Mae, Curtis, and Joe Luke. Daughter Aretha's union to Clinton Hill Sr. introduced the contingency of Hills to the family with their 7 children, Classy, Clinton Jr., Clarence, Jesse, Joe, Robert, and Dorothy Hill. Finally, Isabella, who was a woman of great foresight and wisdom, she set out on foot with her youngest son, Ed, leaving William and Old Memphis behind. She boarded a train to Laurel, Mississippi, just so that her son could get an education. In Laurel, she stayed with her daughter, Annie, and husband, Caleb Deal, and with husband, William, joining them years later. Fulfilling his mother's dream, the last surviving offspring of Isabella and William, his name was Edward Walter Wyndham. He was better known as E.W. He became the first out of those 12 children to be educated. Graduating from Miles College in Birmingham and a master's degree from Wayne State University, and later retiring after many years as a school principal in Birmingham. E.W. Wyndham actually was at our very first reunion. That's the only one that he lived to make. He lived to see the organization of the then Wyndham Reunion in 1983 in Birmingham, Alabama, organized by his niece, Druella Wyndham Borders, and supported by cousin Aretha Luke Hill and her daughter, Classy Hill. Since that time, the family has gathered every 2 years in various cities in the United States, including a cruise ship destined to the Bahamas. The entire name of Wyndham Giles Hill was adopted at a reunion in Chicago in 1989 to account for the maiden name of these 4 sisters, Giles. So we're all descendants of Giles because most of them, was from one of these sisters, as well as to account for the large contingency of the descendants of Aretha Hill that were always in attendance. In spite of the loss of many loving family members over the years, our family has continued to unite and flourish, and we all look forward to our time together every other year. Here in Houston, Texas, we celebrate the 17th reunion that has spanned a total of 32 years. Organizer Druella Wyndham Borders is still in attendance at the young age of 92. God be the glory. We are thankful for the following gatherings and host family members who answered the call so that this reunion could continue from initiation to present. 1983, Birmingham, Alabama, lead host Druella Wyndham Borders. 1985, Laurel, Mississippi, lead host Cora Wyndham Clark. That was Lenora's mother, and Miss Lenora Dexter. 1987, Los Angeles, California, Mary Wyndham Johnson and the Wyndhams in California. 1989, Chicago, Illinois, Joel and Ocie Wyndham. 1991, Houston, Texas, Ronald and Diane Wyndham. 1993, Orlando, Florida, Otis Wyndham Jr. 1995, Birmingham, Alabama, Judy Stickney and Iona Martin. 1997, New Orleans, Louisiana, Carolyn Bounds Jones. 1999, Los Angeles, California, Mary Johnson. 2001, Nassau, Bahamas, Otis Wyndham Jr. 2003, St. Louis, Missouri, Sarah Wyndham Granville. 2005, Laurel, Mississippi, Lenora Dexter. 2007, Atlanta, Georgia, Valerie Wyndham. 2009, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Angela Williams. 2011, Aliceville, Alabama, Lula Mae and Johnny Earl Wyndham Jr. 2013, Chicago, Illinois, Joel and Tamika Wyndham. 2015, Houston, Texas. That's who Ronald Wyndham and his beautiful girls. And that's the first one. Okay, everybody competing, you may turn over your sheets and begin doing the test. The first one up here with the complete. Here's your money. It's 10 questions.
Thank you,
But I have to check it. It's got to be 10.
Take the rock on.
Back Michelle.
Love will set us free if we just believe the best is yet to come. Show me your smile, I'll fill it with laughter. that will light your mind. As long as we believe the best is yet to come. Can you see what I see on the road ahead? Do you know there's a new life there? Waiting there. Give me the world and I'll give you heaven. Love will set us free. As long as we believe the best is yet to come. Show me your smile, I'll fill it with laughter that will light your mind. As long as we believe the best is yet to come. Can you see what I see on the road ahead? Do you know there's a new life there? Waiting there. Oh, give me the world and I'll give you heaven. Love will set us free. As long as we believe the best is yet to come. Baby, don't you know that as long as we believe the best is yet to come.